This week on Nation's Business, we take you to some of government's successful projects in the Central Division that has changed the lives of many people. The Central Division is one of Fiji's 4 divisions and consists of 5 provinces: Namosi, Serua, Rewa, Tailevu and Naitasiri, with a few outer islands including Benga. Heading the 5 provinces is the Commissioner Central, Lieutenant Colonel Laisinia Tuitumbo, making sure that majority of these projects are completed before the historic general elections.
We have been allocated 1.3 million by government for all the projects that will be given for 2014.
There is a wide variety of projects implemented in the Central Division for the betterment of all rural dwellers. Since 2009, government has been actively pursuing key rural projects through its respective divisional offices under the Integrated Rural Development Framework. Some of the projects include the Grant for Self-Help Projects, Rural Electrification Projects, the Integrated Human Resource Program, and the Rural and Outer Island Agriculture Development Project.
We providing assistance in the preparation of land. That's the machinery and all those. This is one of category of capital projects.
We take you to some families who were assisted through the Commissioner Central's office, through the Self-Help Project and Poverty Alleviation Program. Through this project, government is committed to reducing poverty and improving the living standards of all Fijians.
For capital project, we have a total of 73 projects that we completed last year.
The objective is consistent with various socio-economic rights enshrined under Fiji's 2013 Constitution. Nation's Business first visited 10 families who were issued land leases by government and the Itauke Land Trust Board. These families were squatting in Wainiambia settlement for more than 30 years, but had to be relocated to Matavuralevu. The new lease means that these families will, for the first time, have a piece of land to call their home and also use it to generate income.
I'd like to thank firstly the landowners for giving this piece of land to accommodate these 10 before they were squatters, and they have been relocated to this piece of land behind us. This is a 10-acre residential subdivision comprising of about of more than 2,000 square meters. It is for residential purpose, and the lease is valid for 50 years from the 1st of July 2013.
For this settlers here, the local government paid in their premium. It's about $7,000.
We doesn't have any money to buy the land, so government has bought this land and give it to us to stand for the lease. It's very thankful to government.
The families are now tenants of TLTB and will pay $200 per annum. Meet Epeli Chiloko of Lami Village, located on the outskirts of Suva. Epeli is a happy man after the Commissioner Central's office assisted him with the extension of a porch and a walkway under its poverty alleviation program. The 53-year-old is the sole breadwinner for his family, and despite his accident 18 years ago, he still manages to look after his family. The Poverty Alleviation Program was established to assist the underprivileged of society and is in line with government's commitment to reducing poverty.
Ono ko siang nang nga usapon men kid bon boleh siang usapon to nga men kulcha ulan to la mana pot so tritum pa pon to mo to kaulak sama to tas revali bun bibu kelu ko pa bidu na wali na komisna central pa kena na matintu na bibu kelu sa takabon ko biaw.
A sum of $3,100 was provided by government for the construction of the porch and walkway. The team's next stop was at Lakshmi Women's Group in Navua. Here, the women received assistance of roofing iron and poles from the Commissioner Central's office to help them generate income.
Last year, we had assistance from the government. We got 100 roofing iron plus the pipe, 25 pipe. We give it for hire, just like a wedding. They take it for build a shed. So we get the income from there.
Costing around $4,000, this will benefit the 18-member team by providing a source of income for them.
We would like to thank the government. We appreciate they have helped us, so we can help our family too by getting the income from there. We are very thankful to the government.
As most of these women are unemployed, this type of program has set a direction to strive for the best. In this segment, Nation's Business highlights how the people of Rewa live. The most common form of transportation in Rewa is water taxis. Here, the team trekked across 5 villages: Nandoi, Vunuku, Tuvuya, Narodivo, Vutia and Nukui before we reached Mataisuva, our last stop.
When we speak about Rewa, when there is flood in Rewa, it's the drainage problem. So the government has dig this drain from Nandoi, where we started, right down to Vunuku.
This newly constructed walkway occupies the very swampy route villagers used to walk through, with muddy patches reaching their knees. This was a daily occurrence.
The government conducted about 180 plus $1,000 on the digging of this drain. So this is one of the main cause of flooding in Nandoi and also in Vunuku. So that's why we have dry land here. You're lucky we have dry land here today.
Wa bili bina tawali kuna matintu. Ndiro ni ngarabi ki memi chuna le bono. Ndiro ngona bala burata ngire tuna le bono na ngomsalgo. Aku sege kalela ki memi ndo sani wabo ki. Aki mungere na ngono ko sa bibu ke bali matintu.
With the assistance from the Agriculture Ministry in the drainage of the swamp, the villagers worked providing cement to their walkway from Vunuku to Nandoi village, where they will now catch small punts to get to Nasali landing and beat the trouble they used to encounter. From Vunuku village, gone are the days where they had to hire and catch small punts for school children walking in muddy patches. For those coming from Tuvuya, Narodivo, Vutia and Nukui, they still had to struggle through, since the walkway is yet to be completed. Along the mangroves, the Commissioner Central's office also provided funds for a foot crossing for Nyarambali village, and this was under the Public Sector Investment Program.
This is our PSIP project, 100,000. Like it's a foot crossing, footbridge crossing, and given to a FRA undertaken by the Ministry of Works. So they told us this is the first phase. So where we have worked, this has to go right where the digger is.
Wa usanga zango sababu vinatak kimbo vina kinwa na matentu kimironga tigo ni sana bakabara na PWD na tigabuni ambapo.
With work still continuing, people in the surrounding villages are beginning to breathe a sigh of relief.
Kimbo bang tagawali bang unsale bono. tumutong balikin. Ren sari itu menangun salah unu anggur senggai bakabinak. Don ngunam bala borang ngalo juga wain lenu unu meraya ini sanandua. Unu murede unu lombo.
From Wanaivake village, which was our second last village, we walked another 40 minutes to Matai Suva. Here the Commissioner Central's office set aside funds to assist the local community with an ecotourism project.
This is the Matai Suva ecotourism project, owned by the landowners of they from Narodivo village, where we have just walked through. And when they requested for assistance, first we thought that it is a necessity to get the electricity and water across. So we requested for $200,000 in 2012, and it was approved to be one of our PSIP last year.
The $200,000 assistance is to provide access to water, electricity grids, and this is expected to be completed by the first quarter of 2014. These necessities will certainly boost the ecotourism project at Matai Suva. So far, the landowners have completed developments from their own expenses in setting up 3 mbures to start off their project. The Matai Suva ecotourism project is expected to be up and running this year. For too long, the area of Maniweni in the province of Naita Siri had faced a lot of difficulties in terms of transportation. To assist the communities, the Commissioner Central's office had provided funds to upgrade the existing road, which will help many families who travel through the Nausori-Suva corridor.
This is after 38 years this road is been developed, and since before that nobody came in, and since the government of the day came in and getting everything here, see. So we must thank for the government of the day, who is providing a lot of things to the farmers.
It's a 2-kilometer road that cost us 80,000. It's a rollover project from last year. Hope to complete this during the first quarter of this year.
Kita liu sa lako itay lele chiko na boto. Kau matakala lito luna klok sa lako pesuna lori. Gay lako chiko nasori. Dendre sarang nasala sa ni ko binaka. Gay sarawalak may chiko na asersel sa sulia chiko na benimarabang gay sarawa. Sulia chiko na lori. Gay didi chiko na nasala. Gay lebu batamata sa chiko ke. Gay sarawa bondo sa lako nasori, sa lako suba.
During the tour to the various project sites around the Central Division, many communities were thankful for the assistance provided by the Commissioner Central's office. In the education sector, parents and school management were thankful at the huge progress that has taken place. Wunindawa Primary School in Naita Siri has 3 classrooms funded by the Prime Minister's office at a cost of $137,435. This renovation was carried out by the RFMF engineers.
I think this government's initiative is a blessing to us. A school in Naita Siri having a computer lab is something. And our children are really blessed with that. We'll be having a classroom and we'll be having a computer classes running on. So it's really a blessing to us.
Similar sentiments were shared by the head teacher of Wunindawa Sanatan Primary School, Mr. Salesh Mudlia, who saluted government for the renovations of 2 teachers' quarters and a classroom that is also funded by the Office of the Prime Minister at a sum of $358,000.
And this is the first major maintenance work that has been carried out here. So, I mean, if there would have been a cyclone this season or something, I'm sure this roof would have given away. So like I said, it was a blessing that he came and he was, very approachable.
Sa ndung na kanani mo bodbinak lekata na ni mi ba kasab na leoni korribule na koroba ka turango na mbogina reba na welisi na mo tuo bos me kem vabuta me baka robotani kena tu gondo ni allok na tan rangor turang prime minister karaba yutak me maitarai robota ke ni to korribule ka pasi ko tolu tiko na classroom tio kina na ruben gasini buliu ka baka kina na library
kem bitang to kana maram ni tien na ken rebi na ka tok kena manggosan de ton mendo ni laban da solia na ken pibu ko tu na matin tu na to korni bulle andan do linga tu weekend laman tu na laman ikan da mana matin tu na kena metar tu na korni bulle rebi nak tar to matin mon sal
manda o baka na ta manda matin tu na pibu ko le wa na korni bulle to ke ni ada tali vir na te ke mam korni bulle vizurmaki to di baka tu na turanga na India baka sikina lo baka ni na ke ko le mana matin tu ko baleta na tari da ke non rabu ni no manen to shawasha no to ni punongo ne tashir me baka rono ko rubulungo roma tanga baka le bisar lo ni punongo ni tashir ni simber ni ra bindi bindai nervi ngolaki be ko rubulu taleso.
Another successful project in Namosi that was funded by the Prime Minister's office is the realignment of the road and bridge upgrading at Wainiavo village. Here, villagers' pleas for assistance were heard by the Bainimarama government.
Na kau ni koribuli go sefalat mai na kau keve ni balbal go na kapa ni balbal go sefalat mai kito mulia lag mai na wengo rauta ni bana maile mai na mo mi ad mai ke kito dolat mai na kene na ya ni neto ubale.
The road alignment and bridge upgrading was funded by the Prime Minister's office under the Public Sector Investment Project at a cost of $674,000.
So why we binak bali ko na matin tu. Abi na bali po na matin tu ni koto na no na ito ba. Me mami bono no mi na tiko na uli do.
From the high hills of Namosi, Nation's business traveled to Nasongo in the interior of Naitasiri. This was a 3-hour drive through the rough, dusty roads where you have to keep going up the roads to reach the village. Here, works are being carried out by the Republic of the Fiji Military Forces on the upgrading of the Nangelewai to Nasongo Road, an existing road that has been left without any proper maintenance for years.
If you open this, the bus can go here after this. And member of the community, they can go in the morning, come back in the morning after.
Villagers of Nasongo had been traveling by foot or on horseback to take their children to the nearby village for education or take their farm produce to catch transport.
The
Prime Minister's office allocated $500,000 for the assistance and upgrading of the 7-kilometer rural road. The progress of government's infrastructural developments in rural regions is beginning to narrow the socio-economic gap between rural and the urban populace, a hallmark of the Bainimarama government in ensuring that all Fijians are given equal opportunity.